how much of a priority goes into that gold lane if we're going to see hard picks on carry. Hell, if we're going to try to revive Beatrix's win rate as we go into the draft, it's a best of one. It's Burnex Flash on the play. Blacklist answering back. There goes the Benedetta, the Valentina. Glue taken out by Blacklist. And there's a carry.
Oh my god, as we all know, well, in M4 particular, carry has been so prio, and for a reason. Its win rate, it's so high that, let's see, for next Flash, can they take advantage? Are they aware that Blacklist might just ban out that carry? Now, if we're talking about the drafts here, D7, like we mentioned earlier, they like to use the initiator tanks, initiator roams, but we saw Estes, and he performed well.
Now that's the thing, right? So we're seeing all these members from Burnex Flash already developing, right?
Yeah.
Because we're known to see that D7 likes the initiator tanks, but he came up with a healer, and that's something that perhaps Blacklist needs to keep an eye on. As we're going to take a look at the last ban from Burnex Flash, it is going to be the Theramis taken away, and this leaves a few options here. Joy has been left open, 1-1 as well, but Blacklist sees that 1-1 was a comfort hero for Fury, and so they're going to take it away here in the first phase.
A lot of prios indeed here, Leo. So, Joy, you're right, and perhaps Eve is also open. Now, Burnex Flash, what are they going to side here? Because again, in the hands of Haji, that Eve can be very, very deadly.
Oh yeah, you're looking at a huge mid-lane matchup, and Haji's Farsa is very key. I think you just have to make sure that Haji Farsa is safe from a possible Lapu-Lapu or something that can really dive in the back. Even Kaja, heroes like Kaja are going to be super important here in the draft. But what exactly does Burnex Flash prioritize? You also got to consider what's coming back from the swing back, right? There's a Joy, of course.
Yeah. Burnex Flash, the Joy is very prio, and of course, Joy M4 win rate, not too convincing, but I guess with a strong pilot, they are confident. But, oh, Blacklist, they respond quickly. You talked about Kaja, I talked about the Eve, and there you go. A hero for potentially Venus and Haji.
The thing about what we're seeing on stage right now in terms of the drafting phase is the fact that Burnex Flash has way more flex. We have no idea where this Joy is going to go. Initially, we thought the Joy was more of an EXP laner, perhaps a roamer, but we've actually seen her in the jungler as well. And when we look at Blacklist, we know exactly where these heroes are going. It could be a flex here from Kaja, it could be on the hands of Venus once again, like the last time they played, or it also can be a Kaja jungler.
See here again, the response for the side of Burnex Flash. I feel like they can secure a marksman here early on before the second phase just to have that damage dealer, but they looks like they are going to prioritize that Akai and as well as Xavier. So what they're saying is, yeah, Joy still flex Akai again, can be put in the roam or the jungler, but that Xavier, good counter, a good matchup against the Eve, but a fast response again here, Leo.
Yep, they know exactly what they're going into. I like how Oheb here picks up the Claude. I mean, no question. I don't think you want to flex a hero as important as a Claude. Actually looking up what the Claude has been doing so far, but just off the top, right, you have players like Gusta Lagusta doing so well with it from RQ Akira, and certainly you can say that Claude is doing well. So yeah, about 60% win rate. 60% win rate on the Claude these days in M4 group stage. I'm liking those odds. But for Burnex Flash, I gotta say, there's really not much of a flex when it comes to the jungler, because if you want to be tricky and cheeky against Blacks International, this is not the time, because that Akai has to definitely go into the jungle.
Yeah, true, I agree. And okay, Blacklist International, straightforward attempt here. Beatrix banned. What do you think about this, Eterna? Because it seems like from the composition, Blacklist, they are quite straightforward. Eve with the utility, Kaja for that crowd control. Burnex Flash, though, it's still quite up in the air.
That's a good point here. And I also wanted to bring out the fact of why they banned the Beatrix, right? We saw it being played once in the hands of CW. It didn't work too well. I do feel with adjustments that she's experienced so far, she isn't as a reliable gold laner as she used to be. And when we're talking about what you mentioned about the composition coming in from Burn X Flash, they need to be able to defend that backline because as we all know, Xavier dishes out a lot of damage, but he's also very susceptible to heroes that can rush into the backline. So we see a Fredrin being banned makes sense, and I think perhaps the next time they're gonna go for the same route as well.
Yeah, they're gonna slowly choke out King Wise's picks, right? There's already a Kai on board. They took out the Fredrin. The Valentina has already been banned first phase. I would not be surprised if maybe this was a Guinevere, one of those pocket picks that Wise debuted in the MPL Season 10 playoffs. So maybe, but what's left here? What's left for Fury? A Harris?
Exactly.
A Clint?
Exactly, 4
Brody.
marksmen. Oh my god. Perhaps some Brody might come through. But what an approach here from the side of Blacklist. 4 marksmen and banned out. And again, yeah, Fury. What are the options left? But seems like they should saw this coming. They should have seen this coming.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next Flash, one last ban. Are they going to commit to a potentially jungler? Are they going for the hero for Wise?
Yeah, no, this right here might even go last pick. Wise has a hero pool about the size of a dictionary.
I agree.
Right? You know, he can make Layla work in the jungle for all I care. But I think this is going to be an Edward pick. On the swing back, definitely. Let's see what Burnex Flash has in...
Lapu.
Oh, yeah, see, that's why. They wanted to make sure that whatever I'm Your ADM was going to bring in, he was at least choosing his poison. So no Frederick, no Lapu Lapu. What does Blacklist come in with? I'm guessing this has to be an XP laner.
I honestly think a Masha wouldn't be too bad here because the Masha could rush the Xavier in the back line and it would be very difficult to protect him without any sources of CC at the moment coming in from Burnex Flash.
Or a pack.
Exactly.
Maybe a pack. Like those two heroes can find angles onto the back line.
You're right. I think I like the pack more because it's just more not one-dimensionally, but okay. Yuzong can work here. I like the Yuzong pick. It can go immediately towards the backside
Straight
of
line.
that Savior.
Straight line.
Yeah, forcing that Savior perhaps pop the spell and perhaps run, retreat. Now Burn X Flash. Last 2 heroes, what do they need? They need a marksman. They need a solid one. I feel like they lack DPS. So with the marksman, a lot of the marksmen banned out, what are those left?
They need a marksman and a rover.
Honestly, Melissa could work here.
Melissa might work.
Because right now, Blacklist has so much dive that the Melissa, with her go away, it could actually help her in those team fights.
I'm with you there. Maybe even a solid alternative would be a Clint if the Melissa is a little too cheeky. There was a time in the past maybe 3 months that Melissa was a big pick, but no. We're gonna go ahead and pick up Brody, who got a small buff in the recent patch, and then channeling a little bit of those Matilda Airlines vibes. Matilda has been here and there here in the group stage, don't you think?
It's a little bit a shaky hero as well. In the M4, win rate not too hot, but I guess, again, Matilda provides with that guide wing, can assist a lot. And of course, that extra quote-unquote flicker might just get your team easy to disengage, easier to engage as well. But now, let's see, the final pick. They need a jungler. They need a hero for Wise.
Jungler or roamer?
It's gonna be a jungler. Oh, unless this is
Kaja.
gonna be Kat jungle.
There you go.
You're right. Kaja will
No.
Wait.
This could also still...
You
never
don't
mind.
know.
All right, too cheeky. No, I was about to say Jungle Angela. Nothing is impossible, all right?
It's Blacklist, right?
Yeah.
Blacklist.
But yes, the Kaja is
You
going to
called
be pulled into the hands of Wise, going to be supported by Oh My Venus on the Angela. So both compositions have been set in stone here as they are going head-to-head into the Land of Dawn. But before we get into it, any quick predictions?
Looking at their lineup here, this is so Blacklist. I gotta say, this is so Blacklist. And with that Angela pick, I can't remember the last time I saw Blacklist field an Angela, but this is Ube across the map.
All right.
Yeah, V can be anywhere and then just jump in.
Well, I expect a slow early game here. Perhaps pre-4, nothing much will happen. But perhaps after 4, especially level 8, that is just all-out war from both teams. Let's see.
All right, going into game 1, in the best of 1, it's Blacklist International versus Burn X Flash. Folks, mind the rotations here. Where do these junglers start first?
Welcome to
It seems like, okay, Akai and as well as Kaja will start from the bottom. So Akai will have that orange buff, but Blacklist will prio that purple buff. So rotation-wise, they will meet top side in the first few minutes.
Oh, this is interesting, right? Because like you mentioned, there's not going to be too much of an early game here because most of the heroes that both of the teams have opted for are going to be reliant on that level 4. We have the Xavier who needs that Dawning Light as well as Haju with the real-world manipulation. So in the early game, they do have a buff for Burn X Flash because they brought the Matilda. It is going to help them to clear those waves, but the way that Oh My Venus is rotating here.
Oh yeah, no, the Queen started early. I'm your ATM getting in a Wise's face. Little Wanderer going over. Retribution used very well here. Kaja securing it. That's a small advantage for Blacklist.
Both teams are doing their job, right? Poking, trying to deal damage, trying to give out information as well. But oh my god, see that? What was that?
Flicker.
Oh no, he's a little too forward. Oh, gets that love strings on, but could not get the stun.
We're going to see, right? Because in terms of a gameplay, Blacklist, they're really used to these slow-paced games where Burn X Flash, they're notoriously known to try and end things early. So if this goes until a follow-on fight, but
Zcat! Oh, great use of the guiding winds. Thank you so much, D7.
he needs to be careful at this point, right? He missed the flicker in that early part. He was a little bit too forward in his positioning. Luckily, D7 was still able to get him out with the guiding wind. But if that continues to happen, Blacklist are definitely going to be able to capitalize on those mistakes.
And that is why Matilda is quite prio here with the saves, with the assist, with that guiding wind. Can come to clutch when your team needs it. Okay, first hurdle, you can see your top side is already both teams are already rotating top side.
That's an early use of the Black Dragon form here. Edward jumping on to Sion, and here comes the Heart Guard. Can Sion get it? Oh no, first blood drawn by the Queen. Turtle here gonna be taken by King Wise, and there's an early Dawning Light. One problem I see for the Burn X Flash lineup is already they are behind when it comes to range. Usually Matildas are used to try and move around your main damage dealers, but here he's been using it to try and save a Zcat who's a little too forward. So already in the early game, it's very tough for Burn.
Which is quite interesting, right? Because Zcat is on a Savior, which, well, his ultimates can be used globally, but now I'm your OTM trying to somehow steal. Cheeky move, but of course, with that Retribution, he is able to receive it. Now, Blacklist, textbook Blacklist here. First 3 minutes, Turtle, only first blood. So I guess Burn, they need to be careful not to get driven by the gameplay of Blacklist International.
When we're talking about tempo here, it does seem like Blacklist is still playing safe. They're not looking for anything too crazy because they also understand that they need to wait for their power spikes to happen, whereas Burn X Flash, they're going aggressive.
Oh no, heavy spin on the Angela. Hitting that. Venus falls, that's already a kill. Zcat in trouble, committing the flicker. Oh, Heb with the blazing duet. And that's already another one going down. Can they get it 1-for-1 so far? Oh, this is a good time to disengage. I'm your ATM. Got him. Oh, this is something that I think we haven't really seen so much of. They're not done yet. Oh, Black Dragon form. Oh, did they call off the Heart Guard? Or they're still in there? He's still in there.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're behind enemy lines. No. Coming in. Can they kind of punish? Sion goes down. Edward gets the kill. Zcat gets a Dawning Light. Not enough damage on this Savior just yet. They're not yet done. And they're going to back out.
Wow, what was that? Eterna, what happened? A lot of team fight with Blacklist came still on top. They established a 2,000 gold lead, and of course, Oheb here farming gold. Oh, 2v1. Fury might be caught.
Oh, puppet on a string. Fury's in trouble. There's 3 members here. Gets that Void Crystal up. D7 to the rescue. Oh, they're fine.
The problem was that Burn X Flash, they were caught in the way that Blacklist was trying to set that team fight, but why?
Divine Judgment onto ATM. They withdraw his life away from him.
Beautiful.
Cash money.
Beautiful, beautiful by Blacklist right now. They're really good at splitting things up. For the moment, we can see that Blacklist has been getting way better trades, and we're going to see what happens here around the turtle.
Oh, I thought they were going to clutch it. Sion with the heavy spin. He really did try. He really did try, but couldn't find that angle against the Kaja.
Still a Blacklist game here. It seems like 2,000 gold lead. Burn X Flash, what can they do? Realizing that they sort of lost the early game here. Item-wise, they are slightly behind. Take a look at the gold here. Brody, 3,000. Meanwhile, Claude is almost 4,000. So even OHEB got to DHS. So again, Burn X Flash, they need to pick their fights because right now, it's not looking good.
Oh no, Fury, can he survive? Haji keeps him in place for OHEB to clean up a dawning light just to check if they could get a cheeky kill in. Oh man, can I just say, I think CCAT Savior might be the one thing that can save Burn X Flash right now. But wait, down bottom, 3v2. Oh no, Sion gets slowed down. Few bullets in him. Oh my Venus, keeping tabs on the back line. Love waves out. Here comes Wise. And they find him. He does have the Divine Judgment on. Ooh. Oh, there's a pull, there's a pull! Sion goes down as well. OHEB, BMI on forward. They are in deep, taking down tier 1.
So aggressive coming from Blacklist. They see the opportunity. They see the weakest link is Fury at the moment, realizing that this KDA is 0-1-0. They're doing a great time at punishing him. Meanwhile, OHEB already 3-0-0 KDA, and he's not even at the golden staff yet, but here we go. So much poke, so much damage, and I get what you mean about the fact that they're losing in terms of that range.
We are playing the back row game here. Burn X Flash. They need, again, to be more patient here. Wait for the farm, wait for the items, because Blacklist right now, it was 2,000 1 minute ago. And take a look, it's got doubled. 4,000 now, and I'm your ATM.
Oh, forcing out the Blazing Duet and the Heart Guard. Oh my Venus saving OHEB up top. I'm your ATM. I think is another way that Burn X Flash can come back. If he can scale up and get into that back line again, make this range deficit less of a factor, then maybe Burn X Flash can make a comeback here in the mid game. A turtle is up. Haji answers back with an RWM. D7 very low. ATM dashing on through, could not get that ult to pop off. But right now, I don't think it's a non-factor. Burn X Flash, maybe they should just take it easy, take what they can from their side of the map.
I don't know, because when it comes down to the team fight, it's going to be a little bit too difficult. Right now, Blacklist, they were relying on the fact that they can go in full. They're all dive heroes except for Haji, but because of the buff towards the Eve, nothing can basically cancel that ultimate. The only person who can do it is Franco as well as Kaja, and the Kaja is on the wrong side of the team.
Oh, that's just unfortunate.
The thing about Blacklist, right? I can see why they draft Claude. There's a Kai. There's also Matilda. It's just so hard for you to face check even.
And there's a Joy.
There's a Joy as well. And so again, he has already the Golden Staff and DHS. Again, Akai, you jump in, what he's trying to do. I have movement speed, attack speed, and as well as that the DHS just melts any tanks.
Oh no.
OHEB just picked up OHEB just picked up his golden staff, so all the more there are gonna be some moments where unless it's a 3v1, he won't need Oh my Venus help. But look, this is what I was talking about. Fury almost getting out of there as soon as he dives into that bush, gets an ult off. He's the one who's torn apart instead of those memories. And now D7 gets on out, gets that dash, pulls Sion out of there, and they survive.
That's the problem of the lack of CC that Burn X Flash has in their arsenal. The only thing that they can rely on is the Mystic Fields from CCAT, but if CCAT gets out of position a little bit, he gets taken down with the Divine Judgment coming in from Kaja. So what exactly can Burn X Flash do here, Goni?
I mean, it's a matter of, they need divine intervention, right? Blacklist, they are ahead, 6,000 gold lead, and take a look at the map. They are really good at controlling this map so that Burn X Flash struggle to farm. And we can see here, in the next minute, the Lord will be up, and Blacklist, they are still just choking on Burn X Flash. They are low-key toying with their food, but let's see. Burn X Flash, they need divine intervention.
Yeah, and that's going to come in the form of a mistake from Blacklist International. But with a lineup like this, right? With a lineup that has global presence. Now Edward just gets one on Fury. Here comes Oh My Venus. Sion trying to push him underneath tier 2 turret. But the Black Dragon's going to survive. Going to get away with it. Here comes Haji to the rescue. Didn't need it much. So here's what you guys were talking about, right? They're going to start choking out the jungle. Almost took the life out of CCAT there. And now they're going to start taking these buffs and even small camos.
Not looking good here. 20 seconds to the next Lord, and Burn X Flash. They need to pick their fights. They need to realize that they have Xavier, but I'm your ATM. What are you doing?
Doesn't have a Divine Judgment on, though, so he is going to survive. Ghana, you were just talking about how the Lord was away a minute, yeah? I thought Burn was going to try to play it safe. I thought they were going to not cross any turrets or at least show themselves. But they got another pick off down there, and it was on Fury. So it's so hard. It's so hard to be Burn right now.
Right now, Blacklist already on to the next objective. And as I was thinking about it, right, I see the way that Venus is rotating. Most of the time, Venus is on Venus' own. And so I thought that you could pick Venus off alone, but the way that he's rotating, it's beautiful to see.
What?
It's so difficult to pick Venus off at this point.
Blacklist International. They only lost Venus, right? Only 1 kill, and the rest, perfect game. And Blacklist, with this first Lord, what they're aiming for is, of course, to take down the tier 1 and 2s in the mid side and perhaps get a cheeky base turret if Burnex Flash makes a mistake. Let's see the defense from Burnex Flash. Again, they are behind 8,000 gold.
Yep, what's impressive is the fact that Blacklist hasn't taken this mid lane turret. So the main artery for Burnex Splash to be able to farm is still up there. Oh, but wait, Sion, very low. And ATM gets a cheeky push down bottom. So they're not out just yet.
Now that's the thing that they can do, right? All they can do right now is try to play towards the opposite side of the map, find out where Blacklist is currently situated in, because they're used to playing with 5, they stick together, they're super Uwe, and that might actually be the way that they can turn things around.
This is what I expected them to play 2-3 minutes ago. Pick their fights. Let's see. Edward initiating again with the Black Dragon form. Not committed just yet, though. He realizes that it is not time, so he holds it back. Right now, again, Blacklist with this big minions coming in. They are trying to target the tier 1s and 2s left in the mid side. But let's see. Burn X Flash.
Oh!
Almost there, but let's see, again, the defense and offense.
Yep, real world manipulation, putting up a box, you shall not pass, says Haji. Just stopping, deterring Burnex Flash from defending. And look at this. Oh, Sion's playing with fire. Here comes AM, your ATM. Looking to get an ult popped off. He does get it, but there's no one to help him. And here's the puppet on the strings. Vengeance put up, not enough damage. Blacks International times that out. Run, Joy, run! Where's she going? ATM. Oh, writing's on the wall. He goes down as well.
Stoppable for Oheb as well. And again, Blacklist here. Comfortable lead. And again, only 1 kill Burnex Flash can get. Let's take a look at the items here. Yuzong, almost 4 items. Full items. Dominance Ice, Hunter Strike, Oracle. So hybrid build as per usual. But take a look at the Claude. Full item only with the Steel Egg Plates. Let's see, with the Siege, base turret number 1 will folio.
Oh no, the Bakunawa, the giant dragon goes into the back line, helping them with that inhibitor push. And that's permanent damage. That's something that Burnex Flash has to constantly send someone to defend for. And here's where Seacat's gonna come in. Again, I've been hyping up Seacat since about minute 3, minute 4, because that's where a lot of Burnex Flash's eggs lie, in that Seacat basket. This savior is actually gonna be their way back, but it's so hard since it seems like he's behind on farm. He needs to help. He needs some help.
He's bottom 2.
Oh,
exactly. He's bottom 2.
How
and
is that?
in the 13th minute, he's only secured, 3 items? So it's going to be very difficult for them to rely on the damage of Xavier, seeing that the damage is lacking in terms of the items. It's going to be very difficult for him to relay that message onto the members of Blacklist right now. And even if he does burst, right? Who is there to be able to follow it up? Especially on the important members like Oheb, who already has the Wind of Nature. So even if there is a torn apart memory, the damage is not going to go through. And Blacklist with another objective, easy Lord.
It's a free Lord, but down bottom, I'm Your ATM was trying to make a play.
This is bad.
Yeah,
though.
put V in parallel. Oh no, at least they get away. Recall successful. I'm Your ATM, the only one left here again. He's buying time. Oh, and I think he's gonna get, look at that run. Oh, pop it on a string, timed out just before the stun comes in. And wow, he's running laps around Blacklist.
The Great Escape. I'm Your ATM managed to survive that one, but their job is not done yet. They need to defend this Lord. Blacklist International now. Double digits gold lead, and again, 2 base turrets left. I feel like Blacklist, if they play this out perfectly, they can end the game.
Wow, they really snowballed from that early game. It's tough to see. What can Burn X Flash do right now? The Lord is already marching there in the bottom side. I'm Your ATM trying to buy time again, perhaps to give his teammates some space here in the mid side.
Yeah, so in this late game situation, I'm Your ATM is going to be that bridge. Get that stun on the Wise, maybe a few stacks. I'm Your ATM in trouble. Pops the Vengeance, just survive. Dawning Light to help clear the minions. Lord marches on through, gets taken down by that base. And Haji though, oh my lord, taking down that Panda. Sion laid out underneath his base. Edward gets a little bit of Heart Guard action on. Dawning Light, clear some waves again. Bottom lane, mid lane, top lane, no more base turrets for Burnex Flash. And this could be it. I'm Your ATM gets popped by Oheb, the Filipino sniper, making his way with dual pistols, and Blacks International just waiting for that last wave.
Oh, it's not looking good here. They are 2 members up here for Blacklist. And look at this, Oheb going to the backside.
Yeah! Trying to help him
Everything.
finish, but down goes Fury. Down goes another D7. They're just holding on for dear life. Sion just barely coming back, but it's way too late. Blacks International takes the game.
Textbook performance by Blacklist. That was a very strong show of what the defending champions are made of.
Congratulations,
Wow.
Blacklist. Congratulations. A nice ride for the side of Burnex Flash. When you have an Akai in your comp and you don't get any neutral objectives, that's something, right? And the Blacklist, with that Kaja, and of course with the support of the other members, they are able to give the early aggression, choke out Burnex Flash, and Burnex Flash, they didn't manage to control, they don't have their own tempo, they don't have their own pace.